jumping into the game, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2 here, Next Play EVOS versus RSG. Will Next Play EVOS be able to close out the series here, or will RSG be able to do something? That's going to be an early flicker from Yawi because he's trying to be aggressive here in the jungle. And
oh my god, wait, I just realized.
Yeah, it's Demon Kite on the Benedetta.
Yeah.
I had to double check. Yeah, it is. That's a weird choice.
Yeah. There you go. The longest duration of this season, 36 minutes. The previous was actually 30 minutes and 39 seconds. So,
that was also with RSG.
Yeah, RSG.
Man.
Apparently RSG is like the ones who plays the later games despite drafting an early game lineup.
Yeah, maybe they have a problem closing out games. We haven't really seen that much. I mean, I feel like that's too big to say, but late game. It's really so hard to explain because late game, all mistakes are amplified, you know?
That's true. We also have a master class of that, which we just discussed earlier.
I was just going to mention too, H2O, level 4 over on Demon Kite. Now, what does this mean? Rockhard, Demon Kite on this jungle Benedetta, nothing we were expecting here.
Yeah, and I actually was a little bit confused by that. Maybe to give Nats a little bit of a better laning phase here, can actually kind of take on the Phobius, even if you get procced like with almost all your skills. You can get some damage done. You can probably get some of that XP lane damage in, which could, again, benefit in the early game, but in late game, not so much.
Yeah, and he's delayed here a little bit in the jungle, but they are going to be going, it looks like, for this first turtle. Next Play doing their best to get it down. H2O working on it. There's a zone out from Renegade trying to do his best. Demonic Force, but there's the real-world manipulation. Turtle secured by H2O. Forces Nas to flicker out. RSG trying their best, but the turtle going to Next Play.
I will reiterate, I have never seen anyone out Retribution H2O on a good day. Just doesn't happen, and especially right now with NXP looking so confident coming into this game, can't do that against that guy.
You know, Hessa, I mean, he's got a very large hero pool. I mean, we've seen him kind of play more so with the mages and everything, but to be able to have a player like Hessa and park kind of a variety of choices and heroes for him is huge for Next Play EVOS. And since they made that change, actually, to put Hessa there and then Renegade in the other side lane, that's been a huge benefit for them.
It actually is.
Not to put down James too. I mean, James was a solid player overall, but you still have to consider that the experience that Renegade brings on this XP lane is very valuable for NXPE.
Yeah, James was a huge. I mean, James also is an amazing player. He was one of the reasons why I believe they beat RSG back in week 3 because it was the X-board play, right, that took the Lord for them. So, you know, all great players, but the way that Next Play EVOS is running their team now seems to be what's working well for them. And that's what really matters, especially going into this final weekend and then the playoffs ahead of us.
Interestingly enough, I'm starting to think about orb effects, like we've seen that in the previous game. Maybe that's just what happens. I don't know. We'll talk about that. Just better synergy overall, I think, with Hessa and Renegade in the field. So far for the fights, in terms of that, no one's really taking much. NXPE seems to be happy with it as well. Hessa, though, as I said that, obviously, Caster Curse, that is real.
Caster Curse, and now H2O in trouble, pops the Shadow Kill. He's going to try to survive. Here comes Renegade, try to help him too.
Very risky.
That's going to be a kill right there, but now it's 1 versus 3, making a 4 versus 1 here. Actually, Renegade's still alive though. 4 members working their hardest here to take him down. He's finally going to go down. Again, the power of Phobius.
You got to remember, that took 4 people to get out of the way, and that just brought time for Hessa to get back on the field. RSG did not do much with the time that was burned.
I mean, if we want to learn anything from game 1, it's that Renegade can buy time. And I feel like with this pick, this Phobius, he's the master of buying time here. So RSG's going to have some kind of answer for that Phobius pick. And now Demon Kite might be in trouble here. Yawi waiting patiently. He actually goes in. There's the Hurricane right into the wall, into the real world manipulation. Demon Kite gets melted though even with that hard guard, he's not able to survive. Nas getting out of there as well.
That was very beautiful there, and again, the synergy that you get with Yowie and H2O, those years of playing together, really showing up in these small skirmishes.
Yep, Nas could be in trouble here. Will he be able to survive? He flickers out, he's actually okay, but again, the Turtle, another objective, going over to Next Play EVOS. And Rockhart, I mean, why the Angela pick? That was a huge kind of, I wasn't expecting the Angela to throw up in the draft there. So why do you think RSG went with that Angela pick?
I guess that's better split push fight, right? Like the better split fight, either going for Demon Kite or Nats. Either way, that would work. But so far, we haven't actually seen much of an impact, especially on the big ones, happening on the bot side here right now.
Honestly, I feel like that Angela pick is more of a late game insurance here. The moment at least Iaknu or Nats gets the items that they need to carry in the late or mid-late game, you could just give the Angela to give them more power, especially around Iaknu. Have you ever seen a fed Alice with an Angela? That is unkillable.
That's very, very unkillable.
But I mean, speaking of unkillable, Foamy, I mean, like, how do you take on a Phobius here? We've seen him perform so many times.
Ignore and push.
Actually, yes, just ignore the Phobius, you're fine.
Talk about unkillable.
Yeah, you can't really deal with it. I think it's tougher than a turret just because of the regen, you know?
Yeah,
So-
just, try to cut waves,
Phobius
push,
is a moving turret.
ignore.
Yeah, basically, at that point. So, yeah, just play around it. You don't need to deal with it directly, especially before you get those items, before you get the Ice Queen one, before you get, I don't know if he wants to go concentrated energy, but most people just go for Holy Crystal, right? Before you get those items, the Phobius actually is just basically a meat shield.
Yeah, and right now, Next Play EVOS taking objective where they can. I mean, that's going to be the first turret that they get down. But again, they do have two turtles in their favor. So RSG definitely needs to show self in this next turtle coming up in just a couple of seconds here.
And I think that turtle is going to be, it's going to be like secured overall by NXP just because H2O just really loves playing around with this turtle buff. When he gets that turtle buff, expect a lot of stuff for our NXP to happen.
There's the hard guard coming out of Demon Kai. Who's going to grab the turtle? It's actually going over to Demon Kai this time. Renegade working his best here. He's in trouble. There's the shadow kill as well. That's going to be a kill going over Renegade. Can RSG get out of here just in time? Again, they do grab the turtle, but now everybody's going down. Killing spree, H2O, 4-1-0 on that Hayabusa.
I mean, a nice trade for the turtle, but it gets immediately removed from Demon Kite and allows a turret or more to get taken by NXP.
That was definitely worth it for NXPE. They did lose out on that turtle, and great retribution, by the way, from Demon Kite. He was 2 levels behind H2O, but he still was able to secure that turtle with a retribution.
That was not a 50-50.
That wasn't a 50-50.
Like, that was a 70-30.
That was a 70-30, and he still got that 30. But RSG, they're going to pay for 3, and NXPE, they got 2 turrets out of that entire trade, and that's just bad for them.
But this is where we see kind of a weakness in what RSG drafted here. I mean, they don't really have a front liner really to go head-to-head with Next Play EVOS. I mean, when you have a Phobius on the other side and you have an Akai there as well, what can you give to go head-to-head with Next Play EVOS? There's just nothing there.
That's true.
I just want to ask something to you guys, if you know. If the Akai pushes people around with the Hurricane Dance, does it count as a dash for the Phobius?
I have personally not been able to test that because no one picks Akai anymore, so
Except for
it's hard to find in my games, you know?
Except for Yowie. But you know, it's going to be interesting to see, because if it actually triggers it, that's massive.
Naft's in trouble here. There's the hard guard. Will it be enough, though? Yelly Haze is interrupted. Look at the feathered airstrike damage coming out from Aqua, though. That's going to be a lot of damage. Demon Kai looking to get a kill here. Naft's in trouble, trying to run from Renegade. 4 members versus Renegade. Can RSG take him down? They finally do. Kill going over to Yagnu. And there you go. RSG finding something, but H2O not done yet. There's the moves and grooves from Nas. Can they get a kill? That's going to be a mega kill going over with the shadow kill to H2O.
All right, that was massive. That stops them from getting the early lore. They had the possibility to do it now a few moments before, but now they don't. That's big. Again, these are very good decisions being made by H2O here. really loving it so far. And despite, again, losing out on that team fight, and RSG actually surprisingly being explosive in that one.
Yeah, RSG cut the 3,000 gold lead to a 1.5k gold lead until H2O came back to just secure more kills.
Yeah, but again, they don't really have much to go toe-to-toe. And objectives, again, Shadow Kill coming down, unstoppable H2O, 6-1 and 0 on the Hayabusa. They don't have an answer for him.
Yeah, this Shadow Kill, this change on the Hayabusa just makes it even so much more deadlier, especially on the hands of a guy like H2O, doesn't it?
A lot more satisfying too in terms of the effects. You see that? Yeah, it's so nice to see. You know, when I get shadow killed, I fear for my life, but I can't help but
You appreciate
that sounds so good.
You're the one dying, and you're like, man, that's so cool.
Yeah,
but you're the one dying.
I love that.
This is a cool death. This is a cool death.
Take me out, I don't care.
I mean, given back that situation, RSG found a critical pickoff, but they're, again, when it comes to team fights, they're just at a huge disadvantage. I mean, at any moment, Next Play EVOS can just initiate with either Yaoi or Renegade, and now they're knocking on the door for RSG at 11 minutes in. The question will be, can RSG do something to answer what Next Play EVOS has? Here comes the feathered airstrike. H2O goes in with a shadow kill once again, has to pop the Winter Trunks to survive. Still gets a kill. That's a monster kill going over to him. And another member, 3 members going down. Double kill, H2O. Ladies and gentlemen, this could very well be it. Next Play EVOS trying to push down into the base. Will RSG be able to defend here? Demon Kite trying to do his best. Pop still like the final blow. There's Naz as well. It's 2 versus 4. Can they do it, ladies and gentlemen?
Wait, no more
They
minions.
are still defending. There's no minions, but that's going to be legendary. There you go. Next Play EVOS taking the series 2-0.
That's exactly where you go. This is an H2O